Was looking back too knowing.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Alright guys, how's everyone doing? It's your homeboy Extreme Tony, welcoming everyone to Southern California, this episode of Southern California CEW. We're jumping. First time I'm jumping ahead in the timeline to 2006.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, the Dragon Boy!
Because why not? I know I need to update Dragon Boy to reflect more of this 2006 look than the modern day current look. The Dragon Boy's got to start in around this time in 2006 by originally created by 3X, and then later on 3X would change the name of his character to Aki-san. They made him more like of that classic junior heavyweight style. As being in contrast, I kept the Dragon Boy name, kept the high flying ability. Anyway, let's continue. I'm going to be...
And his opponent from St. Petersburg, Russia,
Lebedeski.
at 296 pounds.
I know his best days may be behind him in 2006, but he's trying to prove that he can still hang with the younger talents, still holding allegiance to the Soviet Union that around 2006 has been no longer existing for 15 years. Part of that Red Army. Wrestling, how many times have we seen wrestling on Saturday morning back in the day? That's what I'm doing here with Southern California CEW as we jump ahead in the timeline. So, random house show, no championships. Let's see how well he does against his, I know referee Marty Fly is still refereeing things. This is a clash of styles. Here, because you have the old style with Anton Lebedeski, an old timer in 2006, versus the new style that you see that's more prominent in the modern day in wrestling, where at that point it was very innovative, very new and during this time frame. But I know what we call the ruthless aggression era, when the female wrestlers were still called divas, and you would see more cat fights of sorts. But it does feel good to jump a little bit ahead in the timeline. Give you guys a glimpse of younger versions of some of the current legends. And now look at this. Big old power slam. I'm surprised you hear a couple of Again, a clash of the old and the new for Southern California CEW. Much like how both WCW and WWF at the time were showcasing at times some of the new wave of talents that are of the current legends, like you would see like AJ Styles wrestle in both WWF and WCW in some of the lower, like on WWF Jack, for example, and Jim Cornette singing the praises of AJ Styles in 2001. Oh, what a roundhouse kick to the head. When the seeds were planted, or you go in the 2000s in the Indies, you would have guys like El Generico and Kevin Steen. Thank you for that. I'm gonna keep sharing. There's another power slam from the old timer and Anton Levineski. Notice the sides different. Look at this. Oh my god, what a backbreaker by the ex-Soviet from the former Soviet Union. Even though it's been at that point, in this point in 2006, 15 years since the fall of the Soviet Union, still with the hammer and sickle. And look at this, just punching away. Still kind of. Good counter by Dragon Boy. Clothesline. Followed up by another one. And now look at this nice sweep of the leg. And of course, the style of the. But one thing you would also have in 2006, some of the legends at the time were still competing. And that was definitely a game glitch. And now look at this, just like the innovative offense. 1, 2, I definitely need to update House Show for 2000s era. Because I know since the 90s, late 90s, wrestling referees would switch their ring attire from looking like boxing referees and having more like zebra stripes like you would see with football referees. And now look at this. Oh, nice springboard cutter by Dragon Boy. Cover 1, 2. And Dragon Boy getting the win.
Here is your winner, the Dragon Boy!
And just like with the men, some of the legends from yesteryear are still hanging around the 2000s. See, look, here's Ahmed the Egyptian, original 87 look, 2006 look. Ahmed the Egyptian Jr. Okay, let's see.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Here
Making her
comes
way to the
la
ring
mariposa
from
Violeta.
Mexico City, Mexico, Marine hosts Violence.
Having a more modern ring attire than compared to what she wore in the 80s.
And representing the Trailblazers from San Diego, California, Sarah Wright.
Because one thing, you're gonna definitely have the entire Wright family in this episode, having the trailer park crew later on. Sarah Wright right now, and then Tammy in the corner of Extreme Tony. Not yet the playmaker, and many, many years off from being the living proof. Look at this guillotine choke by Sarah Wright. Nice head scissors takedown by La Mariposa Violeta. And there's definitely a bit of a height difference between these two women here. As La Mariposa Violeta kick to the back. Well, dude, I had a good breakfast. I made myself an omelet with some hash browns. I shredded the potatoes by hand, and peeled the potatoes and I shredded them by hand. Look at this side headlock takeover and just wrenching away at the head. Mariposa Violeta going high flying, and now Sarah Wright with counter. Very nice maneuver. Although next time I come back in 2006, I'm gonna have to add in a few more established stars from the mid 2000s. And now look at this. Ooh, nice. Ooh, one count over. There's a lot of things I remember from 2006. And of course, the heights of CAW leagues like NODQ, CAW, SMF. Slam and Jam, the infamous ACWL. Over now. And this was in, so the timeline January 14th, 2006, so definitely a long ways away before TWF and WWA. Now look at this, what a knee to the mush. And now look at this. Oh, look at this crossface chicken wing by Mariposa Violeta. Oh, look at that, connecting almost more than halfway across the ring to connect with that flying elbow. And Mariposa Violeta, proving that she still got it in 2006.
Here is your winner, Marie Post.
And I thought she retired earlier in the decade. And one of the unfortunate truths is that Father Time is undefeated. Let's get the next match going. Okay, so of course this was a long time before making his debut in TWF. Of course, if you've been around CEW long enough, like two of the biggest influences has been TWF and WWA for me, or XGWL.
Texas, weighing in at 212
and here's Big Hoss McGraw. Still hanging on since the 80s. Still try to keep himself in good shape here. Shout out to Brian Zane for wrestling with regret. Around this time, he was still in the ring himself. Of course, his character of Big Hoss McGraw, who wrestled in the territory days in the 80s and still hanging on in the 2000s here.
And his opponent from Germany, weighing in at 320 pounds, Munoz.
Now this guy is going to be doing big things and later on in his career, will be winning the TWF World Title in TWF. But look at the size difference. Munich. Big Hoss McGraw is trying to prove that he can still hang with the young talent that's been coming up these past couple of years. Now look at this. Oh! Showcasing that strength. And look at this. Big old power slam. This German import really trying to make a name for himself. But I know later on in the year, the big fan Stanford's going to try to give him a tryout. Look at that big old double axe handle. And he's just toying with his opponent. Now there's a little scoop slam around the ropes. Just tossing Big Hoss McGraw across the ringside. We got to a 6 count. We're not tossing Big Hoss McGraw back in the ring. And look at this. It was like tossing him back out. And now Munich restarting the count. And now this Big Hoss McGraw trying to use a sleeper here and up to no avail. Bam! Just showcasing that power. Well, he's got and Big Hoss McGraw trying to fight back. And now, what's Munich going to do here? Oh, snake eyes. Wow, the stun gun. But that's it. Win for Munich.
Here is your winner, Munoz.
Alright, so let's go back to the match card. Alright, let's go forward. You got all the different versions of modern, current day Extreme Tony, the Living Proof heel alter ego, 2012 during his peak run in Got reaching the pinnacle in CCL, with being the double champion, both national and world champion. It started in XGWL, WWA, TWF. But here's the 2006 version. Modern day version of Brandon Thomas. One thing to show you guys, they didn't get a start.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 180 pounds, Brandon Thomas. And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 272 pounds, Extreme Tony!
This young upstart, Extreme Tony. I wonder how well he's going to do in CEW. I remember 2006, I was like, 22 years old. Being accompanied by Tammy. Because I'm pretty sure that Extreme Tony's in-laws know about that. Yeah, they already have a kid together and everything. Clothesline by Extreme Tony. Not yet the playmaker. Nice cross body by Brandon Thomas. He's going to prove himself here. So yeah, I definitely note the size difference between these two. Not so much height difference, because they're about the same height, but the weight difference. Ooh, what a springboard bulldog. Look at this. Wait, what the? Damn. So just suplex. Something he learned from his father-in-law on that one. So for the Padre Popper. Oh, what? Damn. Whew. God damn. That running flying elbow. And Tammy's trying to keep some distance. As Brandon Thompson was trying to regain momentum. Yes, that's strategy kind of weaken his larger opponent, heavier opponent. At least the point that essentially outweighs Brandon Thomas by a good 90 pounds. That's closer. Yeah, it sucks here.
Here is your winner, Extreme Cody!
And yes, I was trying to be very clean shaven throughout the 2000s. Alright, so let's get the next match going. Oh! Yeah, look at that.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 485 pounds, the Empire of Pain.
So yeah, here comes the Egyptians, the father-son tag team. We got Ahmed the Egyptian Senior and Ahmed the Egyptian Junior. right now. And now here comes the trailer park crew.
And their opponents at a combined weight
Bradley and
of
Brody Wright.
504 pounds, the Trailblazers.
I know this is the look that defines them a bit more than how they looked in the 80s. As adopting more of a grunge style throughout the 90s and still having that style in the 2000s. As the father of the team is going to be starting off against Bradley Wright. Ooh, nice discus punch. Ooh. And now going for the cover. Well, yes, one. Look at that. Ooh, taking down Ahmed Sr. And now tagging in brother Brody. And now look at this. What? Damn! That was very innovative. Showing that an old dog can learn some new tricks. As Ahmed Sr.'s looking to put some punishment in. And now I was going after Ahmed Jr. Now tagging in Bradley. Oh, good counter by Ahmed Sr. And now look at this. Ooh, nice. Snapmare with an elbow drop. And now look at this. Ooh, a big old leg drop, brother. Followed up with another leg drop, brother. And now look at this. Ahmed Sr. Oh! Ooh! Really going after the arm. And look at this. Hamming up with the crowd. Really disrespecting Bradley Wright. Look at the strength here. Oh! Military press into a power slam, and now tagging in Ahmed Jr. Followed up with a leg drop of his own. And now, big old splash to the back. And now tagging in father, Ahmed Sr. And now Bradley Wright looking to take care of Bradley Sr. here. Look at this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, nice head scissor takedown. Another move that Extreme Tony learned from his father-in-law. Irish whip. Big old boot to the face. And now Brody getting tagged, as is Ahmed Jr. Ooh. Hey, where's Ahmed? Like, oh, kick to the. And now look at this. Brody with a sleeper. Good counter by Ahmed Jr. But I don't think I've ever had a father-son tag team in my time running CAW. I've seen them before, but never in any of the leagues that I've been running. Cover. No count. No count from referee Marty Fly. Look at that big old stinger splash. And now the cover. 2! And the save there by Ahmed Sr. Because in current day CAW, we have Ahmed the Egyptian the Third in WCDL in current day 2026. Oh, nice discus punch from Bradley Wright. The one thing I need to determine, put on a spreadsheet, put in from what time to what time each of the roster competes, and I'll tag it in Brody. Because Mighty Forza Violetto wrestling prominently throughout the 80s and 90s with making sporadic appearances in the 2000s. Ooh, nice scoop slam by Ahmed Sr. One thing I did was, like, before I started up the last show, I was trying to update the talents to reflect more of this 2006 look. Cover, saved there by Bradley. And yeah, I have to look at the calendar to see. And then our main event, we're going to have Don Sheffield taking on Vincent McNair. What the hell? Oh my God, taking Brody right to Dick Kick City. And you see the back of his attire saying Egyptian Dynasty. And now the cover by Ahmed Jr. 2! Damn, and Ahmed Jr. picking up the win for his team. And a good win by this father-son duo. Ahmed, what a win by. One thing I did do is I did make an updated version of Don Sheffield. It's like duplicate and then just Vincent.
The follower is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Vincent the Terror Nick Mary.
Well, it's been so many years since Vincent the Terror has won a lot of world championships throughout WFA and Southern California CEW throughout the 80s and 90s. As we fast forward into the 2000s, not as heavy as his during his prime. And we have here the legend at this point, being the flag bearer of Southern California CEW during its early days throughout the 80s and 90s, winning multiple Southern California CEW world titles. I know around this time the ring's starting to wind down, not making as many appearances as the old days. Much like with Vincent Nick Mary, Don Sheffield has also dropped some weight too. Try to go for a leg drop, but Vincent the Terror gets out of the way. But one thing with Vincent Nick Mary, he's very crafty. Big old leg drop by the Terror. Weakened the arm. The other thing I did, not only did I had Don Sheffield drop some weight, but also tighten up the facial hair. And now Vincent the Terror, top rope. Oh, look at that big old splash. Title for the elbow drop, but he missed as Don Sheffield got out of the way. Oh, goddamn! Right in the steel steps. Now look at this big old abdominal stretch by the Terror. Look at this hip toss. Big old leg drop by Don Sheffield. Ooh, what a clothesline. It's easy. Another leg drop. Yeah, it's almost 1 in the afternoon. After this live stream, so we'll probably have to eat some lunch. So I get ready to go to work. Regular job. And now let's see Marty fly up to a 5 count. And now going for the cover. Ooh. One game I haven't touched in a while is not just the AEW game, but also get back to playing that one just to see what else I can do in that game. And now, the cover for the 2K26 Attitude Era Edition.
Here is your winner, the Lunatic.
Don Sheffield proving he still got it, even in 2001 after so many years of wear and tear and winning championships throughout his career throughout the 80s and 90s. That he still got it in the 2000s. Alright, let's start wrapping things up. I just want to give this little exhibition of 2006 era Southern California CEW. Next Saturday morning, I'm going to be having going back to the 1987 timeline of Southern California CEW Titans. Well, just a little exhibition of some future legends in their younger days. So I want to start wrapping things up. So if you like what you see, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share this throughout all the socials. So with all that being said, this has been your homeboy Extreme Tony. Thank you all for watching. Y como siempre, I bid you guys adios, and we'll see you guys next week.